Hey guys, this is Michael Myers 101 doing another tag video. This is the horror and metal tag from Horror Metal, and thanks to Sean Urshan for tagging me. So I'm going to get right into the questions here. The first question is how, when, what format do you watch horror movies in? So for this one, I'd say mostly Blu-rays. I have some DVDs too. Trying to start to build up my 4K collection also, but I definitely prefer the physical discs to streaming or watching on TV. Since they have the better quality and since I have the equipment to play them, just might as well be watching on the physical discs. Also, I mean, I guess there's not really a specific time of day. I guess night's always a little more, a little funner to watch them at night. And then maybe especially around Halloween, it's always a good time to watch them. The second question is, what two albums do you listen to all the time? And I'd say there's really only one album that would fit this, because I'm more of a person. I just kind of buy individual songs. I don't really buy entire albums or listen to full albums straight. I'll pick out one or two songs I like, buy them individually on iTunes. But I'd say this album here, Bruises by Dia Frampton. Definitely listen to this a ton. She's my favorite singer ever. Think this is her best album by far. Just really good. Felt like I didn't really like the first two albums as much. I felt like it didn't really showcase her voice well enough, but this one I thought was just great. We'll try to put some links to some of her stuff down in the description. Next question is, who would win in a four-way tournament between Jason, Michael, Freddy, and Leatherface? Now, I haven't seen any Leatherface movies so far, actually. I haven't seen much of Jason and Freddy. I've seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street, and I've seen Freddy vs. Jason. I think I may have seen the original Friday the 13th, but of course, Jason isn't the killer in that movie. So I don't have too much information on them, but I got to go with Michael. He's my favorite. He's, pure evil, unstoppable. You can't kill him. So of course I think Michael would win that. Of course I'm biased to him. Next question is my top 5 vocalists. So this one, of course, my first choice would be Dia Frampton, like I said. After that is a little more difficult, so I just kind of went with some of the artists I listened to a lot lately. So I picked The Weeknd, Florida Georgia Line, Coldplay, and Kenny Chesney. I have just a lot of music from them, so that's why I picked them. Next question, why do you love horror and what does the genre mean to you? And I thought that was a really great question. I think for me, I just grew up loving the holiday of Halloween. I think for me, everything kind of goes back to that, to Halloween, the holiday. I always felt like I kind of had this connection to it. My birthday's in October. I remember when I was really little, and my parents talk about how I used to, be wearing Halloween costumes in the middle of the winter. So I was just, I've always been really into it. And then kind of growing up and then realizing that there was this entire horror series, the Halloween series that's, all focused on this holiday. And then realizing that I had the same birthday as Michael Myers, October 19th. So it just felt like it, kind of fit in perfectly to what I was already interested in with the holiday. And then, started getting into other horror movies as well. So that's really my connection there. The next question is, what bands did you grow up with? So I'd say right from the beginning, it was more of things my parents were listening to, things my dad listened to. He likes British alternative, so Echo and the Bunnymen, Oasis, and then they also had their country fans also, along with my grandparents. So I think my first concert was a Tim McGraw concert when I was a baby. After that, I started getting into the Kenny Chesney, Lone Star, Rascal Flatts, David Ball, who sings my favorite song ever, Steve Wariner. Those kinds of people were making country back when I first started listening to it. So those were kind of the people I grew up with. Next question is, what is your favorite kind of horror movie? Got to go with slasher, the Halloween series. Just can't really go wrong with that. The next final question was, which deceased artist would you bring back? And I think really the only person I could think of would be Chris Cornell. I just haven't had a lot of singers that I've listened to that have passed away at this point. But Chris Cornell just passed away recently. And I was really hoping he would they'd bring him back with Soundgarden to do the song for the final Avengers film like he did for the original. Loved that song. I love Seasons, one of his other songs. It's really great. He has a really cool voice. So now I'm going to tag somebody here. I thought this tag video really fits well with my friend Taylor Pitts' channel, since she's part of the vinyl community. I thought, the music aspect of this fits really well. She hasn't done this tag yet, so I'm going to tag her. So don't let me down, make the video, answer it. She's been there with me from the beginning, 2007, so definitely check out her tag video. And thanks again to Horror Metal, Sean Urshan, and I'll see you guys later.